Anyway, so how do you manage assignments? Because one of the things to do with assignments is how do we do that? Now we've got 5 minutes, so this is going to be the world's quickest tour of assignments, and then I'll show you how to be able to do that. We've got a thing from here about how do you people stop Zoom bombing. Zoom bombing is very hard to stop if you're using Zoom, because remember, it's an open source kind of area. Inside Teams, you've got to invite them in. If they're not in your domain, they're not going to get into a meeting. So if they're in your class, they'll be able to come into it. But if they're outside of your class, they won't be able to come into a video meeting at all. So that's really, really cool. So a couple of things real quick. Lee, quick adds to the verb. Let me go to turn off my video. Let me go share my screen. Let me come to this one, go to share, pull this window out, grab to this one here, and go like this. So in here, if you wanted to add a OneNote notebook that you've already got, I can go plus in here. I can go to OneNote, and it's probably going to create a new one, or I can come down to the website tab and just put the website URL in there, and it will bring it in from OneDrive. So as long as you've got the URL there, it'll work, and that's how we bring in our Google Drives. You would have seen in our demo before, I had Google Drive sitting inside there, and that's also how you can bring in your Google Classroom if you're using Google as well. So you just put the website, you put Classroom, type in here, Google Classroom, put in the URL or the link there. It will then bring in the classroom, and the kids will be able to access your class, okay? It looks really good and it works really well, but in the time we got left, I'm not going to show you that now. Cool. So what does it look like for assignments? Let me come down to this physical science class. And in my assignments here, my assignments tab looks like this. And what this enables me to do, it enables me to manage my assignments and punch them out. So in here, you'll see I've got a whole lot of assignments that have gone out to my students when they're due. And they are now sitting in their OneDrives. So all these students have got this gear and they are ready to go. So if I click on View Assignment, this will tell me what the assignment looks like and how it was set up. And inside here, it shows me all the students that are working on it, and none of them have handed it in. If they had handed it in, I could click on it and I could go and be able to see that document straight away. It gives me an ability to export my marks to Excel. If I go to Student View, in here it tells me what the students will see. It might take a bit of time to populate, so I won't go there. And if I go to Edit Assignment, what it does is it brings me to a spot where I can edit that assignment. Now, in the sake of time, I'm going to come to here and just pretend that I've got a new assignment to give, and I'm just going to take a three-second twirl on how to create that assignment and how to punch it out. It'll just upload in just a tick. Obviously, you've got to have one prepared already, and then you've got to be able to post it out and manage it really quickly. It's just taking a bit of time to reload here, which is just a bit disappointing. Here we go. General call. So I'm going to come to assignments. I'm going to come to create right down the bottom, and I'm going to go assignment. And what it does is I just have to put a category in there like this. I can put some instructions. I can add a resource, and this is where I can add a document that I want them to do. Let's pretend I want them to do, I don't know, this thing here. That's a task that I want them to do. When I then send that out, what will happen is that will then have a copy per student. So they'll automatically get a copy per student, will go into their drive, and then you'll be able to see it. In that assignments list, to look at how it's working, you can click on it. You can click on the student's name, and you can see their document in real time to see what they're working on at any stage in doing that. You can put a rubric to it, you can add some marks, and you can put due date to it, and then you can sign and post that out. That was a stupidly quick way of showing you how that works.